Hi guys, this is William. Today I'll be introducing my newly obtained figure, which is the Type J9 griffon labor from the series known as patlabor. I have taken the liberty of taking all the boxes out so you can see the final product here. But I just want to take a little bit of time to talk about the seller and the price I got the figure at. So I got this figure around $79, and that was 2 weeks ago from the seller known as Cherry Tab, and the turnover time is around 2 weeks. So actually I got this during the weekend, but I finally had a chance to go over my purchase this weekend. So as you can see, the package was packaged in this paper bag, and once you open the paper bag, you see that it's actually quite securely packed. It was sturdy cardboard along with bubble wrap to protect the item. And the result is that the item, which is shipped from Hong Kong, arrived at my location here in Canada, West Coast, pretty much in flawless condition. So you can see they've done an excellent job doing the wrapping. And this seller in particular is actually quite responsive, although I do have a little quirk about their insurance policy. It's kind of weird to me, where is that you have to buy the figure first and then send a message to him to apply for the $3 insurance. So yeah, that was kind of weird to me because I already got a shipment number before I even put down the insurance. But anyways, moving on. This is the box it came in. So this is one of the box with all the accessories. The other box is a styrofoam case, which is in there. You can see a styrofoam case, and that's like around half the size. And then that houses the actual figure itself. So without further ado, let's have a look at the figures. So as you can see here, this is the counterpart made by the company Reveltech, and this is the one I purchased recently from CMS Corporation. Obviously, beside the difference in size, is that this thing is, it's got a pretty hefty weight to it because of the die-cast content. There are several parts that's made of metal, so such as the leg here, the shoulder here, metal. This part here, the ball joint on the shoulder, is actually plastic. This head is plastic. The leg here, this part, the thigh, is metal. This whole part here, including the feet, are all metal. This wing here, however, it's made of plastic, but it seems like a pretty high-end plastic because it's pretty sturdy. And the cockpit here is made of plastic, so you can see that it shines differently when you put it under light. What's nice about this figure is that it adds a little bit of sense of realism by having a see-through red clear plastic, so you can see that if you put it under light, they actually glows a little bit. So I thought it was a pretty nice touch. Definitely a plus. Gives that really nice high-class feel. The figure itself is all covered in cloth. These are all fabrics, and inside there's an endoskeleton that's made entirely of die-cast, and that allows range movements such as double jointed movement, or even like cricket movement here on the knee joint, which I'll talk about in a bit. So along the side there, you can see the figure here. Let me just grab a pad and do my articulation here. So the figure is actually not as articulated as I first thought. For one thing, the shoulder has a little blade design to it, and this is because of design flaw, I guess. It really restricts the movement, so I can't really move the figure's arm all the way up because this thing will brush against the metal here, and that will create chipping. You don't want to create chipping paint on your new figures, right? The arms, because it's a ball joint design, they can actually rotate, so it can rotate pretty much, I guess, 180. And this thing here is double hinged, so you can go your arm all the way up to your shoulder or to your chest. And as for the waist, you can go sideways, this way, just like a little sway to it. Now you can tilt a little bit to the front, but it's not very visible for what I'm doing. And also the leg here once again doesn't offer that much articulation because the way it's designed. This metal piece will brush against this metal piece and it'll create some kind of chipping. So you want to avoid doing the split pose if you can. The leg itself, however, does offer a little range of movement here because of the double joint design. So you can see here, you can click it all the way up to this point. Okay, so that's pretty high up. Now you cannot create a knee pose, kneeling dome pose, because this fin does get in the way. And since this is made of plastic, it actually may snap off pretty easily. I don't want to risk that, so I'm not going to do that today. What else? The leg here can be opened. Then this part here can actually spread out. Like you can actually move this close, and this can be opened. And this tip here can also be changed, can be bent. Yeah, like that. So you can see that it actually can make it like a tiptoe kind of thing if you want to have a duck walk robot. And this, you can see this part swivels, so you can definitely make it nice poses if you choose to do so. And so that's pretty much it. Internal articulation, like I said, the wing is made of good quality plastic, so it can go all the way up. But you see, you can actually go all the way up to here because of the armor design. I just took mine off. You see, it's a ricket design, and this is more like a hex screw that goes into it. Now, for a flight unit model, I was kind of disappointed because you can't really lift your wing any higher than this point. This point is probably the highest, and that to me looks weird because you can't really create the same takeoff pose like, say, the ones this Rebeltech can do. So it's like, wow. You know, for something I spent $80 on, I would expect a little bit more articulation, but I guess you can't really win them all. And aside from that, I think that's about all the quirk I have regarding this unit. So I think one of the main gimmick is the openable cockpit. So I'll show you here. So this can be pulled up all the way, and it reveals the cockpit, which you can open. Now the pilot cannot be removed, but you can see some of the details here, which I don't think I can capture on this camera, but you know, you'll see for yourself if you actually go ahead and buy the unit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The unit stands around 19.5 centimeter tall, and aside from that, it also comes with pretty basic set of accessories, different ball joint hands for you to play with. I guess one of my beef about this unit is that the unit before, the Ingram, actually had a lot more accessory to play with. And aside from the accessory, it also has a light on the shoulders, and also has a display stand. So compared to that, Griffon doesn't actually get that much love from CMS. I mean, which is fine. I mean, having a nice die-cast metal Griffon is better than having no die-cast metal Griffon. In terms of sculpt, I think this Ingram is a little bit on the chubby side compared to the Rebeltech, which is kind of anemic. So, you know, it's still not perfectly racial, but I think this is as close as it's gonna get. So anyways, that concludes my quick short review, and if you guys have any question regarding this figure, please do let me know below. Okay, thanks. Alright, take care now.